Hello trombone players, welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about some basic maintenance for your instrument and care. We're going to focus on though your regular slide that you use and also your tuning slide at the top of your instrument. So let's start with the tuning slide at the top of the instrument. There is some confusion. Sometimes students will think that they can use their slide cream or their slide oil on this tuning slide up here. There are a couple of different options you have for that. You don't want to use your tuning slide oil or your slide grease in there. What you want to look for is tuning slide grease. It comes in a little container like this, or even this stuff here is called Slide Ease. This is another good product you can use. Put this on, it's very simple. All you do is you're just going to take a little bit, doesn't take a whole lot, and just squeeze it on, and you can just spread it out through there and just push it in and out. For now, if you're a beginner, first, second, even up to third year player, I say don't take this all the way out. All you do is work it in like this, back and forth, and it should be good. You want to make sure you're moving this every day. If you don't move it every day, find out where it is about this position you have it in, slide it in, and then put it right back out there where it was. Just do that once, and that will keep that slide grease going up and down inside the tube of your trombone, and will keep this lubricated. If you don't, what happens is that the slide grease actually dries up, and then the metal inside sticks together, and that's when you end up having to take it to the shop. If it ever gets stuck, don't force it, don't pound on it, don't try to rip it out. Just bring it in, I'll take a look at it. If I can't get it out for you, then I would just suggest take it into the repair shop and have them get it unstuck for you. It's pretty, like I said, if you do this once a day, it practically never will get stuck. It will always be lubricated and ready to go for you. The other part of your instrument we want to talk about today is your slide. Now your slide should work free and easy. There should be no resistance in your slide. I mean, when you go to lift up your trombone, the slide should stay on the floor. The outer slide should just sit on the floor. If you go to pick up your trombone and the outer slide comes with it, it comes up like this, but there's no drop of the outer slide for you, you need to oil badly. It shouldn't stick for it at all. The other reason it might stick is if the inner slide is damaged some way. You've bumped the trombone and the inner slide has been just turned just slightly. That will cause severe rubbing inside, when you go to move your slide, and it's almost impossible to move your trombone slide fast enough and easy enough to play like that. And you'll start to see wear marks appearing on the inside of your slide where the metal has just started to rub severely against each other. And again, there's nothing worse than trying to play your trombone and you have a sticky slide or a slide that's not working freely enough for you to get to these positions, and you're just struggling to get back and forth. So I'm going to give you three options. I'll start with what is my least favorite option for your trombone slide. It always has been, personally for me, my least favorite. I think it's the messiest. It gunks up the inside of your slide a lot, and you end up cleaning your inner slide a lot, wiping it all down and restarting with it. And that is the trombone slide cream. Again, it looks like your tuning slide grease, but it's not the same. Tuning slide is the top. Your regular slide grease goes on your slide down here, and all you do is when you open it up, it comes in a container like this. You put a little bit on your finger, and then you just rub some at the bottom of your slide and at the top of your slide, and you spray it. You get a little spray bottle like this, a little mister, and go ahead and mist your slide, and then you just work it in. Now, some people really like that style of lubrication for the slide, but I don't. Like I said, I just feel like it gunks up, it gets dirty, it collects a lot of dirt, and I had a tendency to constantly having to be cleaning my slide off, which I don't want to do. I'd rather be playing than cleaning my instrument constantly, trying to keep it going. The other option, and the option that I usually suggest for beginning players, it's not that expensive, and if you have to get a new bottle every year, it doesn't break the bank, is just your regular slide oil. Now with slide oil, all you do, kind of the same thing, you lift your slide up, you put some down at the bottom of the slide, on each slide, at the top, like that, just a little bit, don't put too much, you don't want to just douse it. You can just put it on there and drop it on there, and then you just work your slide. Now the drawback to slide oil that I found is that you almost have to use it daily to keep your slide lubricated. So almost every day you're coming in, you're putting a couple of drops on there to get your slide going easy for you. Occasionally you can get by without doing it, but for me, I just found it, again, once it starts to get noisy and tough to move, or just any resistance in the trombone slide, I end up stopping and just having to re-oil. I do suggest this for beginners because you can go through it easier. You can go through it a lot faster, and again, it's not that expensive to get a new bottle of, slide oil as needed. Now, the option that I prefer, and one that I prefer for, and I would say once you get into high school, you're playing a trombone, it's a bit more expensive, but it will last you a long time. With this, I use this product called Slido Mix. This was introduced to me by my trombone professor at the University of Minnesota, and I absolutely love it. It works wonderfully, it lasts a long time, it's very easy to use. Like I said, it's more expensive, but one package of this, you get the larger bottle like this, and also comes with a smaller bottle, and you use both of them on the slide, and then you just spray a little bit of water on it once you're done with it. But it will last you all the way through high school. One purchase, if you use it correctly, and you don't you don't spill it or lose it, it should last you all the way through high school. So while it's more expensive, you pay up front for it, it's in your case, it's always there, and it works much better, I think, than slide oil and slide cream. So those are the three options. Like I said, for the beginner, I recommend the slide oil. Again, it's just less expensive. And then as you get older, and even for 8th grade, if you're really serious about it, you're going to continue, get the Slido mix, get the packaged Slido mix, and then come in and I can show you how to use it. I can show you how to properly apply it, because there's a couple different steps. It's not just putting it on there. But to do it correctly, you put it on there, follow the directions, and I go over that with you. Okay, now the other thing we're going to talk about here is care of your inner slide and outer slide. The outer slide is the part you see on the outside. The inner slide is the inner part of your slide. Now, one of the things I see a lot of young players doing that's very dangerous is they try to empty their spit valve with their foot, meaning they put their foot on this instead of a finger. So they set it on the ground, and you put your foot against there and you lean over and you blow into the instrument to get the water out. Well, that's very, very dangerous. There's a couple of things you can damage your instrument by doing that, and one is you can actually knock this water key right off. It's soldered on, and if you kick it with your foot too hard, boom, it comes flying off and you have to take it into the shop. The other thing that can happen is that you end up kicking that slide hard enough where it could tweak this inner slide and get it out of alignment, and it's very sensitive, and so you have to be extremely careful with your inner slide. And so if you do that, then all of a sudden, no matter how much oil or slide cream or whatever you want to put on there to lubricate it, it just doesn't work, because it's now that the metal is turned, and so as you go to work, it really is sticking badly, and you end up having to take it to the shop. So what I recommend for your younger players, if your arm is not long enough to reach out all the way and easily blow the water out, is to take your mouthpiece out. Because now usually we can make it without the mouthpiece. It's that extra length that the mouthpiece is providing that it gets us just beyond our reach for our hand. So if you take the mouthpiece out, set it down, and then grab your water key like this with one finger, you can blow right through it. And again, the good thing about that is you don't make accidental sounds in a concert or whatever. But older players, your arms are long enough, you can just do it with the mouthpiece in. Shaking it out like this does not work. You know, to get some of it out, but doesn't get all of it out, and usually it just sprays everywhere then. So what you want to do, get your finger right there, mouthpiece out, and blow gently into the instrument. It doesn't have to be a really loud, hard blowing into the instrument like you're playing forte. You just got a couple quick, easy, like mezzo piano, mezzo forte volume, and knock that water right out of there. So, if you have any questions, please stop by and see me. Again, thanks for watching the video. See ya.